It's a trip to sunny Arizona for Super Bowl 57. The AFC title game is underway from the 10. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
Sticking with Walker on second down. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher, 3rd and 6.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On third down, Lawrence. Caught by Wilson. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 10 yards there on a Bengal first.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. No wasted time from Channing Tindall on that play. He got back there in a hurry and met him to stop him for a loss.
The job of any linebacker involves having enough strength to fight off a blocker and get to ball carriers. But in this case, I think we can safely say he beat him right off the snap to get into the backfield and make that play.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Hey, stop. Now Lawrence. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd and 1, it's Lawrence. Batted by the linebacker, but still adjusts and makes a catch. On the move past the 40. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 34-yard line. But forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 34. Now to the ground. Here's Walker. And he'll get down to about the 26-yard line. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down. Here's Lawrence to throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Trayvon Walker able to get him down for a loss of 11. And it brings up 4th down. And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. The Bengals triumph, but it doesn't work out. And this defense holds firm here on the opening drive of the night. Well, trying to be bold on the opening drive of the game, but that effort, it proves futile.
How many times have we talked with coaches where they've talked about taking the emotion out of their decision-making? I think that opening drive, if he didn't have it in his head to go for it before, I think that keyed into it. They were doing so well, and he decided to really establish something there. They didn't get it. Now they've got to make sure that they don't lose their focus.
On second down, Etienne once more. And some space here. Yeah, he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. A big run there, 29 yards in the first. They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that. The nickel look, 5 sets, 5 DBs. But what also happens then, you take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big off for a little. And oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense.
The first carry for the shifty Tariq Cohen to about the 26 here. He'll get 4 yards of the carry there, and we will get to the end of the first quarter of play. We're scoreless after 1. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Handoff running left is Etienne. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Travis Etienne, 26 yards. And the Broncos are on the board first here in this AFC Championship game. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And not much on this one. Takes it from the 21. The Bengals drive about to get going. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
In any event, it happened pretty quickly. I'm not sure he made the right decision on that one. I think if he had it to do over again, he would have found a different target downfield. But he made his decision, and that one's incomplete.
And the Bengals on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. He'll get this complete to Jalen Reagor. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that
first.
wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag, completed it very well.
Up the middle, here's Walker. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Getting to the ball that time was Jeremy Chinn.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football. He's continuing to be a big presence defensively. Remember last week, AFC Defensive Player of the Week, and a big pick right there.
And when you pile up big numbers, it gets everyone's attention. But sometimes the number just needs to be, how many game-changing plays did you make? Did you take the ball away from the other team? He just did that, trying to win the award again this week.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 33-yard line. 63 yards on the ground in this first half with a Super Bowl berth on the line. On 2nd down, ETN once more. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Fields. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. Field goal coming from Younghoe Koo. This will be kicked from the 42. It's a 52-yard attempt. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. These playoff games have a tendency to be tight. You have to wonder if that missed field goal could haunt them later.
Yeah, we're always looking for the key plays, right? The ones that we're going to magnify. Usually those happen in the second half or later in the game. This might be the key play of the game showing up here in the first half.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. Pass to Brown. He's got it on the crossing route. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
2nd and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a 1st down.
Straight ahead, Walker. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
AFC title game, 2nd quarter action, 2 minutes to play. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Lawrence will throw. Taking in left side, it's Wilson. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. The ball resting on the 20. Here's 2nd and 6. Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. That'll be caught. Rager with it. Yeah, boy, he had the marker square in his sights, but a good tackle's going to leave him about a yard or so short. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Fourth down. Here's Lawrence. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And the Bengals are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up first and goal. A snap to Lawrence as he taps this forward. And he is going to lose yardage here. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they've run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. A pretty big play now in this AFC Championship. Third and goal. Lawrence going to throw again. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Now Zane Gonzalez for the field goal try. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Gonzalez's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD. And it comes on the third drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far. Finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And with a 7-3 lead, we'll see how aggressive they want to be. On first down, it's Fields. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Fields. And he'll let this go deep for Lazard. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
They gave it a shot with a deep pass, but it wasn't going to work there. And now there's less time for them to try and get 3 before the half. Let's see what they dial up on this next snap.
This time they stay on the ground. And he's got some space here. And now off to the races down the right side. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
On this stage, conference championship game, every play is magnified, and that was a big play.
No doubt about it. One thing that has these guys a step away from a shot in the big game, their big playability. They can strike from anywhere.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that will take us to the end of the first half of play. So we come upon halftime in the AFC title game. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. One more half to decide who takes home the Lamar Hunt Trophy as we're back underway in this AFC Championship. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And I think here with the lead, CD, they have to resist that temptation to kind of looking ahead. Would you agree?
Absolutely, I would agree, because they know the stakes. They know the winner of this game goes to the Super Bowl. And this one, it's far from over. They were the better team in the first half, but they do know that they're facing their toughest opponent of the year. And they've got to be prepared for them to fight it out all the way and add a few extra wrinkles in the second half as well. They need to stay on guard.
Meanwhile, Fields throw into the hands of McLaurin. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
Every now and then I can speak from experience, because I do know as a defender it is awfully hard to stay with your man on these crossing routes, because even if you don't get picked, there's a danger of being picked either by one of their receivers or maybe by your own defender. And on that play, that worked quite well.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. On 2nd down, Etienne once more. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And able to find Allen Lazard. And he'll take this to the 47, but no further, as they get him down well short of the line to gain. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it'll be 4th down. They snap it to Fields. Finds Pickens outright. And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a first down. Running left is Walker. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They go play action with Lawrence. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Broncos are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line.
Well, let's face it, Brandon, they're down here in the second half. Want to try and make something happen, and if you're the guy with the ball in your hands, you're going to try even harder, because I think all he was trying to do was to get outside the pocket and see if he can find a big play downfield.
They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. A run between the tackles with Cohen. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense, and know what they say, those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. They're going for Lazard, but this is intercepted. And the Bengals are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, 3rd quarter, but that not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one, because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. 56 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Well, partner, I have to say they called him in the right defense there. Nickel set, fifth defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. And I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I'd love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there. On second down, it's Walker. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up. Make it now 3 tackles for a loss in this game, 1 for each quarter.
And for a guy who played defense in college, I can just tell you that he's feeling very satisfied right now by what he's doing, but he's elated because he knows what he's doing is helping his team win the game right now, making some big-time plays, getting into the offensive backfield and spilling everything.
He completes this to Walker. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down. 1 quarter remains until we crown the AFC champion. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we'll begin it with a field goal try here. He was true on his first. This a tough one from 49 yards away. Gonzalez's kick is good. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it the least a 3 and out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And the pressure mounting with every passing minute. It's palpable right now. They're on top in the fourth quarter, clinging to that lead. A potential Super Bowl berth resting on their ability to manage the clock and manage that small lead. Off-play action, Fields. This pass complete to McLaurin going across the middle. And he'll be dropped just shy of the 35 at the 34. A pickup of 17 on a play that originated at the 17. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
These guys certainly not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the fourth quarter.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Etienne up the middle. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
On second down, Etienne once more. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. 164 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3-and-out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively. They're on first down, holding them to a short gain.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Etienne once more. And he is going to lose yardage here. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Here's Fields. And that is incomplete.
You could tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Koo knocks this one through the post. And that will extend their lead here to 17-6. So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And they are in need of points here, no doubt about that. With a Super Bowl berth on the line and trailing here in the 4th quarter, this possession gigantic. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Play action. It's Lawrence. There's Trimble, the tight end. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 49-yard line. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now Lawrence. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Now Lawrence. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. Let's see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over. Let's go.
Here we go. Gotta have it. Lawrence. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that may put a period on this AFC Championship game. A give to Etienne running right. Room here to run. The 20. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Travis Etienne saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Broncos are closing in on a Super Bowl berth now as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. This is taken just shy of the 10. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. But probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the fourth quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. Lawrence. Oh, that's the third interception for Lawrence. Jeremy Chin picks it off. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Koo for the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25 points. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool them on that play.
A final shot now for Lawrence. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. The Broncos are Super Bowl bound as we say goodnight, everybody.